Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's episode we are going to be taking a look at Groove Music. And not just plain old Groove Music, but actually the secret visualizer builds. Let's get into it. So if you didn't know, Groove Music actually had a time where there were visualizers, which if you don't know, there are visualizers for Windows Media Player. You might have seen them before. What you can see are these things here. You should remember them. They were very popular back in the day. Now, you might know that they went from Groove Music to Zune Music to Xbox Music to Groove Music, and then now they're back at modern Windows Media Player, which is not this media player, but a different one because they updated Groove Music to become Media Player. Pretty crazy stuff. So basically, there were visualizers here, but there were no visualizers in Xbox Music or Groove Music. I'm not sure about Zune Music. I think they had the little album art thing, which wasn't really a visualizer, but they had that. I don't know if they had real visualizers. I need to look more into that software. But you can see that these were pretty cool. People enjoyed using them. So Microsoft's like, okay, cool. We'll give the insider people some new version of Groove Music that's gonna have these visualizers. Similar visualizers, not exactly the same. And so they did, but not everyone got them since they used A/B testing, which is like there's special, which means there's like a toggle that Microsoft sets which tells the app, hey, is this person allowed to use these features or not? And if you weren't, you would not even know they existed. And because of this, very few people actually experienced it, and that's why it's so forgotten, and that's why nobody else is talking about them. But you can see it does look pretty cool actually, and it was even on Windows 10 Mobile, but unfortunately the builds I find of Windows 10 Mobile, they don't work on my 950 XL. I think it's just hardware requirements. Even though I did the setup, that's not the visualizers. I'm trying to look for the Windows 10 Mobile version. You can see there was also an equalizer in these builds. But here it is. You can see visualizers on phone, which honestly, really cool. Imagine having visualizers on your media player on your phone. That would make Windows 10 Mobile more enjoyable for me, let me tell you, since I love Groove Music. And they were on computer as well. So you can see here we have these two versions. This one is version 17.083. So we open it up, and this one's like an older version of it, which has some of the visualizers, but it's missing a new one. And it is using the old playback UI. So here we are, we just copied it to the desktop, and all we have to do is open up this package. You know, the app installer will come up. It's gonna say that Groove Music's already installed, which means we're going to have to go over here, go to Groove Music, and just uninstall it. Goodbye. And we'll even show you that the other version is 18.011, which has problems on Windows 11. So you're gonna wanna use this if you're on Windows 11. I'll talk about these issues more later, but this one is generally the build you're gonna use if you're on Windows 10, okay? So now that uninstalled, which means we can go ahead and install this one. We'll not actually launch it yet, so we'll just install it. And you can see this thing, settings.dat. Now this file is included because this is what gives you the A/B testing. We need to open this first. It's in the description of the archive.org listing, so you're gonna have to copy this, and you're going to have to paste it in the run box, open it, and it opens up this folder, and you see settings.dat. Just take, drag and drop, replace the file, and boom, you got the A/B testing all sorted out. And there you go, it's ready, which means let's just click launch, and it's going to do its setting things up routine. We can go ahead and close this. And you'll see it's gonna look just like a regular Groove Music. So you can see it found my non-copyrighted song that I'm going to show you for the demonstration. And we'll just press play. We're actually going to mute this for now just so that I can talk. The song is playing. You can see it's the old playback UI. And you'll open it up and cool, it's just the regular. But you got this button up here which you click on it, and this means random. This is the ribbons, and this is the dots. Now, it's pretty cool that you get the random option, kind of like you get that option in Windows Media Player, but let me show you each one first. So there's 4 of each, so this will have 4 of each as well. And you can show the album art or artist to conserve your battery, which is nice for them to tell you that. And you can see it's playing, and if I increase the volume a bit, you can see it is pretty cool. And we can just change to the next one, which has got a different design. This one's pretty cool as well. It's like a monochrome one, and they change perspectives each time. It is super cool. Look at this one. It's literally like, it actually, I think this looks most like a ribbon, to be honest. And then here you got the dots. So the first one you have actually is like these dots floating around into this pyramid thing. You might have seen that with the Windows 10 mobile photo. You got this one, which looks more like bubbles, or like, you know those things in a lava lamp? I don't know what they're called, those bubbles in a lava lamp. It's pretty cool. And then you got these particles going everywhere. It's pretty crazy, but it's pretty cool, right? And this one is super cool because these arrange the dots in a way where it's literally the album art, and it kind of makes it 3D. It is super cool, let me tell you that. It's awesome. This is one of my favorite ones, let me tell you that. And these ribbon ones are super cool. I like how it shows you a preview when you hover over them. So you got this randomizer, which only has one, of course, because it's random for each song. And there you go, we can just close that up here. And you can see, like, if you want, you close this so you focus on the visualizer. You pause, everything like gets calm and stuff. It is super cool. Very nice things. And only a fraction of people got to experience this, because it was killed pretty quickly. But not after. They released some more versions, which I'm gonna show you now. Version 18.011. So you can see we're just gonna extract this here. Now this version does have more visualizers, okay? And it has the new playback UI, but it has problems on Windows 11 24H2 and newer. Microsoft did something that causes it to kind of break, okay? Now let's see if we can just update directly to it. Yep, there you go. I'm not gonna launch when ready because I think it's going to keep the same settings.dat, but just in case, might as well just change it. And what happens is that it just gets these glitches. It just gets these glitches that, you know, will cause graphical issues, crash the app, give you a black screen. It's just not a pleasant experience at all. So if you want to use a Windows 11 24H2 or newer, get version 17.083. And yeah, you'll get less of the visualizers, but you will be able to actually run it, which is better than nothing. And you also get the old UI. Depends if you like the old UI or the new UI. Here we'll just move this. And it installed, which means we'll go ahead and launch it. And you can see it's got to set things up again. And you already saw in the center, there was the new UI. And we can just go ahead and wait for this to finish. Here's our music. And we're just gonna press play again. The new player, of course. Just hit pause on that, because then I can show you. We'll bring it up and you can see the button's kind of different, and it does this little pulsing thing when you get over it, which is pretty nice. And boom, extra stuff. So we'll go ahead, press play on the song, and check out. You got the ribbons, as always. These are the same ones as before. And then you have these ones, which I think show the album art. Or these are just the dots. Yeah, these are just the dots. I don't know why it had the little icon up there. It was kind of different. But then you got the jellyfish one, which is super cool. So this is the first one for jellyfish. It's just got the jellyfish going around in these patterns. Really cool. And then the next one, which you can see it's smooth transition. And then the next one, I think it just like changes their colors and their patterns maybe. But yeah, this one only has 3, but it's cool. You got these dancing jellyfish. If you guys ever watched the movie Sing, you'll know it's kind of like, you know, when they had the glass and the jellyfish inside going with the music. It's kind of like that here. So it's pretty nice. You get the new UI as well, which again, pretty cool. Another thing to note is that if you're planning to use this, you gotta meet the official minimum hardware requirements. Now I say official because there is an XAML dialog that is not used that tells you the minimum requirements, which is 4 gigabytes of RAM and 120 megabytes of VRAM. So you're gonna need to meet those two, but that is to say that it is kind of random, because some people get away with less than that and some people with more than that still don't get access to it. So again, kind of random. And if you guys want to try these both out for yourself, I'll have both versions linked down in the description below, so go check them out. You can go see the archive.org pages for them, try it out, make sure you follow the steps to install them, and then just have fun. It's an awesome thing, honestly. And those hardware requirements could also be the reason why 10 Mobile didn't work on my 950 XL, the version for 10 Mobile. So maybe that's why, because, you know, it doesn't have those requirements. maybe if you have an HP Elite X3, it might work. So if you do, try it out. Tell us in the comments below. We would love to see it working on a phone in 2025. And that's basically it. It's these awesome builds that, you know, most people don't even know about just because of the A/B testing that went on that made this so unknown. So the thing is, if Microsoft went through this, which they should have, I don't know why they didn't, then it would have been really good for Groove Music. Even if the streaming service itself died, you know, at least for offline playback, this would have made a really good music player, or at least bring it back in Windows Media Player. Why did they take this away? No idea. Just another garbage decision by Microsoft to take away the fun things that they could have given us. And with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.